Welcome to SqualidSuburbs, and today we're going to take a look at some of the greatest buildings in the world and some of the greatest architects to ever live. But even the top names in the field aren't untouchable. A long tenure of successful buildings can make a great architect, but it doesn't guarantee a spotless career. Maybe their egos get too big, or maybe they have a lapse in taste. For whatever reason, the greatest architects in the world make mistakes sometimes. So in this video, we're going to explore some of the worst buildings designed by the best architects. French architect Jean Nouvel has won many awards, including the Pritzker Prize, for his work on more than 200 projects. Although Nouvel is a distinguished architect internationally, he still makes mistakes. One such misstep is his new police headquarters in the city of Charleroi, Belgium. Completed in 2014, the project's goal was to preserve two wings of the existing building and also to add an extension. Nouvel's addition simulates a tractor beam from an alien ship, grasping the original cavalry building in its beam of metal and glass. The new extension not only seems out of place for the area, but it also overpowers the existing structure. Canadian-American Pritzker Prize-winning architect Frank Gehry is renowned for his paper architecture. Because of Gehry's long history of provocative buildings, it's no surprise that some of his work is considered ugly. One piece that has received particular scrutiny is his Museum of Pop Culture in Seattle. Completed in 2000, the Seattle Times points out that it still stirs debate, curiosity, and no small measure of snarkiness. Gehry's creation uses many different colors, materials, and planes to achieve its outrageous form. It is reminiscent of the architect's other work, with its blatant disregard for context and continuity for the sake of showmanship. Located in New York, SHOP Architects was founded in 1996. With over 160 architects and designers on staff, the firm has won numerous architectural awards. But despite all their accolades, SHOP has made some regrettable design choices, the main offense being Brooklyn's new Barclays Center. The stadium, completed in 2012, has garnered a lot of criticism from the surrounding community, and according to Business Insider, a lot of residents think it's ugly, and some go as far as calling the Barclays Center an eyesore. The facade of the building is covered in Core 10, a type of weathering steel. While it is popular among architects, it can look unfinished and rusty. Taiwanese architect C.Y. Lee has many accomplishments to his name, including designing the world's tallest building at the time of completion in 2004. Unfortunately, Lee was also the man behind one of the world's ugliest buildings, according to Time magazine. The Fan Building in Shenzhen, China, was completed in 2001. The building was designed to look like an old Chinese coin, which it accomplishes perfectly, but not without also being a strange addition to the city. Perkins plus Will has a huge reach, with offices in over 24 locations and a staff of over 1,500. The firm has won many awards, and in 2010, they completed the Antilia residence complex in South Mumbai, India. The complex, which according to Daily Mail, many Mumbai residents criticized as an ostentatious display of wealth in a country where most people live on less than $2 a day. It has been decried as an example of the Indian upper class's lack of empathy for the poor. Each of the building's floors is made of different materials, which gives the structure a haphazard look. British architect Terry Farrell has received many awards for his work. He's also behind the tallest building designed by a British architect. Farrell also designed the British Security Intelligence Building, or the MI6 building, which was completed in 1994. The UK's Independent describes the structure: the edifice is all pectorals and gigantic shoulders. A jagged assembly of steps and semicircles, its movements are robotic and its speech deliberate. French architect Emile was known for his smooth, abstract forms, simplified compositions, and thoughtful use of public space. While all these traits seem positive, when used incorrectly, they can result in a misguided building. This is where the tour's Aillaud comes in. Year completed in 1997, the curved buildings are clad in earth tones and windows that look like speech bubbles. Also, the rounded forms severely date the structures. Some architecture critics have even gone so far as to suggest the architect was trying to depict concrete being vomited upwards from the bowels of the earth, and he was very successful. Founded in 1979, Future Systems is a London-based firm specializing in bioamorphous architecture. The practice has won the Sterling Prize for Architecture, and one of the most recognizable buildings is the Selfridges Building in Birmingham. Completed in 2003, the building's presence is a great promise for the city. The structure's style appears to be a blotch on the town. The Guardian even suggests that the building proves to be not so much architecture as ocean liner. Arguably one of the most famous architects of all time, Michael Graves is certainly a pillar in postmodernism. His buildings embody the movement to a T, which is why many of them are seen as some of the ugliest in the world. One of these buildings is the Denver Library. Completed in 1995, it looks like a medieval castle haphazardly put together. An architectural critic dissected the structure, and he said, Graves' colorful neoclassicism lacks gravitas. We don't know whether to be impressed or to smile. Makoto is a distinguished Japanese architect. He's designed over a dozen buildings in his 24-year career. However, his first building, the Aoyama Technical College, completed in 1990, is the architect's most unfortunate work. The red and silver structure is reminiscent of a robot trying to take over the city. It also made the Telegraph's list of the world's 30 ugliest buildings. William Allen Alsop founded London-based architectural firm Alsop Architects in 2000. Alsop's work has been compared to that of the greats, and while Alsop is an extremely talented architect, his work almost always causes a stir. One such building is his Sharp Center for Design, an extension to the Ontario College of Art and Design. Completed in 2004, the building has been praised for its provocative and unconventional style, but the structure's scale feels out of place in relation to the surrounding city. I.M. Pei was one of the first non-Western architects to rise to the peak of the global profession. Pei has won many awards, including the Pritzker Prize. However, a building that may haunt Pei's career is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, completed in 1995. While beautiful in its use of pyramid forms, the building lacks continuity. Even Pei himself has been quoted as saying that there's little harmony in the conflicting shapes. American architect William Perea is known for his futuristic designs. At the time of his death, the architect had over 400 projects to his name. However, William is no stranger to criticism. One of his most unconventional buildings is the Geisel Library at San Diego University in California, completed in 1970. The brutalist building evokes a space-age feel and challenges its surroundings with its intensity. Alright, so that's going to be it, guys. Let me know what you thought of the list. Which buildings do you agree or disagree with? Please subscribe for more Squalid Suburbs, and thank you for watching.